Hi everyone, this is post editing Mosh. I realized I didn't do the intro, so we're going to go ahead and do that now. I wanted to preface this by letting you guys know that KBDFANS offered a lot of these materials to me for free for the sake of doing a video, and I'm extremely grateful. This is one of the coolest experiences I've got to do, not only working with a company, but also to create content for the channel. And yeah, I hope you guys really enjoy. And if you guys want any of the parts from this video, everything is listed below in the description, where you can find it on KBDFANS, what specifically it is. And even things that aren't on KBDFANS, they are also down there. Everything you could possibly see from this video that you want. Anywho, to the video. So, for the beginning of the video, I just want to let you guys know that if you do purchase using my mechanical keyboard link, you do have a chance to win a signed spacebar that looks exactly like the one I just showed. As you can see here, we have our KBDFANS box, which inside has our lovely PCB. Little bit of entertaining fact, I have already put on the stabs. These are some Durock stabs. They have been greased with tune-up dielectric grease and have little foam stabilizer stickers underneath them to make sure they're nice and soft sounding. This is our aluminum plate. The exact one, as with everything in this video, will be linked directly below. Next, we have our case foam. This is to go underneath your PCB and between your case to keep things from rattling around and scratching and all that hoopla. I was very entertained. And then the absolute showstopper. Originally, I was going to get the clear acrylic case, but it was unavailable, so KBDFANS suggested I go with the E-White Tofu 60%. And it is amazing. It is incredibly heavy and just durable feeling. It's very sturdy and very, very pretty. It has a pearlescent sheen to it, which is just gorgeous. So before I go ahead and get to putting all the switches in the plate, I'm going to go ahead and pop the case foam onto my case. I went ahead and did a skip. All I'm doing is laying out my plate and my PCB, so I can go ahead and stick some switches. As you'll see, I'm going for the corner first. On the bottom, you want your 2 pins to match the direction where the little inputs are on the PCB. So I'm trying to make sure that they're exactly where they need to be and in the right direction. For ease, I'm going and doing each of the corners and the center switch first, just so whenever I press it to the PCB, it gets everything aligned, so every subsequent switch goes in nice and easy afterwards. It just kind of makes it easier in general. Please bear with the fact that I'm very anxious about putting in the switches. This is the first time I've ever put a keyboard together, so the prospect of pressing these switches pretty hard into this brass plate was very anxiety inducing, to say the least. Every time I would press one in like that, I was very worried that I was busting something. These switches right here that you're seeing and will be on the entirety of this keyboard are the Kailh Box Jades. I hope I'm pronouncing the brand name correctly. I fell in love with these when I saw them in another creator's video. I want to say it may have been a Taya video, I'm not sure. But I know for certain I saw them online, and I love the sound of clicky switches. So I kind of fell in love with them because they remind me of a typewriter. I feel as though that's the intention. I'm pretty sure that's the intention. They're absolutely delightful. To best describe how they feel, being this is post-editing Moshi. They've got a little bit of give back when you press on them. It's not like some that you press and they like immediately, like you barely got it pressed in and there's a response. They've got a little bit of a ticky sort of give back, like you have to press a little bit for them to respond to commands. All you're seeing right here is I'm trying to show you a close-up of the pins going into the board on each side. I wanted to give you guys an example of the switches going into the board, because here in just a second, so that you guys didn't have to listen to a exceptional amount of loud aggressive noises, I sped up the video, as you can see starting here. So for your fun, I'm going to let this particular section here pass with no Moshi commentary. So yeah, have fun. I'll be back after the chipmunk noises. Okay, and I'm back. Here you can hear some of the delightful tackiness of our switches before we have any keycaps on them. Delightful. I really like the sound that these switches make, especially once here in a moment when they get into the case, how they become a little muted. Wow, that was aggressive. So from here on out, you're going to see me struggle to screw in some screws into a case. I don't know why, but the screwdriver that I had has a magnetic tip, and for some reason it just was not working at its highest capacity for this, and it seemed to have some issues when it came to like right as I would dip into the hole, sometimes I would lose the screw as it was going in. So that was fun. What you miss out on is the part of this video I cut where I dropped a screw into the board, and I had to shake it out and re-put the board into the case. That was very fun. It sounded like, what is it, Plinko? Like where the little chip goes down a bunch of pegs because of all the switches that was in the way. So that was very funny. Building this entire board was a very, it was fun, but it was also very anxiety-inducing. I've put together, like a motherboard, and no, I've not put together a motherboard. I've put a computer together, and I was still of that mindset when it came to this hot swap PCB that if I touched it the wrong way, or if I pressed it too hard, that it was just gonna explode and nothing was gonna work. Which I know now, I definitely could have been more aggressive in some areas, and it probably would have helped me go at a much more efficient time with this. Oh, speaking of which, I did not mention the PCB that is being used here. It is the DZ60 ANSI V2 RGB. I am almost certain, but it'll be linked below. Oh, also, I should mention, while we're in a little bit of a space where I'm still screwing in screws, the wonderful, wonderful backdrop that you see is actually my desk mat, and it is made by, I believe their name is StarSalts. I can't remember, on Etsy, and they have several different desk mats that are all based on types of Pokemon. This one is my favorite. To those who didn't know, I love Ghost Pokemon very, very much, and this had Banette on it, which is my favorite Pokemon. Anyhow, now we're getting to move along and finally put the keycaps on the board. Now these, sorry, I really like that sound and I wanted you guys to hear it. These keycaps are a colorway I've seen a lot, but they're just from a Amazon seller who did the poke through sets of neon keycaps. I actually was looking to get a set that looked very similar to this from a different creator, but that did not wind up panning through, which is fine. So I went with these instead, and so far I'm pretty happy with them. They make a really nice sound, but I may switch in the future. We'll see. These will also be linked below. I can't remember the name for the life of me at the moment. So from here on out, this is going to be sped up, putting all of the keycaps on. I initially didn't know if I was going to speed this up or not, but I really think the sped up putting on of the keycaps and the switches is pretty funny. Plus, for some reason, it's kind of really good ASMR. I don't know how to describe it. But just like last time, I'm gonna let this one go ahead and play through, and I'll meet you back in just a second. Also, you'll notice me fiddle around with the enter key quite a few times. Initially, the stabilizers were a little too looped, so they kind of gunked up on me a bit. So I took and just whittled it around a little bit, dried it off some, and it was absolutely good to go. Works fine now. Also, you'll notice me fumble with the placement of a few keys. I'm stupid. I don't know what else to tell you. That's all there is to it. Hey, I'll be right back. Here in just a second, you'll be getting a typing test from me. What are they typing? The world may never know. So right here is the cable that was custom made for me by the wonderful Kalamity cables. I purchased a commission from them and told him just go crazy. Here's my mat. Here's the keycaps I'm wanting to use. Make me something awesome. So please, please go get a cable from them. They're wonderful. Here is what the keyboard looks like with its RGBs. What we're going to do is cycle through some of the effects here. There's no audio behind this. Basically, a lot of the settings are just different cycles through RGB effects where like it'll be swirling or kind of like a lava lamp or at a central point, or it'll kind of look like it's raining. You can turn them off, you can change the color, you can have it set to when you type, it lights up the button you press. It can pan from one side to the other. There's a lot of options that you have with this specific PCB, and all of them are just delightful. I would also like to let it be known that as soon as I connected this to my computer, everything was functioning perfectly fine. It's beautiful. And last but not least, here are the shots of the keyboard. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye!